If you guys have a question for Tomon, please use the raised hand function and we will get to that question momentarily. And Andrew Jones will once again lead us off. Go ahead, Andrew.
Tomon, you've been around this program for a while, and I'm just kind of curious what your thoughts are about the culture of the program and just sort of the direction of the program now, given the fact that you've seen the ebbs and flows from when you came in to where the 5 wins in 2 seasons and now the different trajectory.
Yeah, definitely since I've been here, the culture has changed a lot, but what stayed the same, I think, is just the family atmosphere here. All the players, we play for each other. The same thing with the coaches. Even when the new coach comes in, he's here for us and we're there for them. And then as long as we stay together, like, we know we could overcome any adversity, which we have. You've seen, like you said, in 2 years, we won 5 games. But we just had to bunker down and stick to ourselves, and then we were able to get wins.
A lot of people have to kind of shake their head when they think back to the fact that you played a lot of snaps against Georgia in 2016. How long ago does that seem like to you? And how are you just different now, not just as a player, but just Tomon Fox, the guy?
Yeah, that was a long time ago. It was about, 5th year now? So that was my first year playing here, first game, actually. It was nerve-wracking for me because I wasn't really supposed to play that game. You know, I was in the back end on the depth chart, but I got my snaps in and I just ran with it. But from there, I changed a lot as a player. I became a lot more confident in myself, a lot being able to learn the game better, you know, and just become a better player overall.
And as a person, as just a general college kid, not just an athlete, how are you different now than that day, that moment?
I'd say I'm just more mature overall. You know, being in college, being older, I should say. But yeah, I just matured since then. I was still a kid, so a high school kid, playing my first college game.
A lot more facial hair now too.
Yeah, definitely a lot more.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
All right, over to Mark Armstrong.
Tomon, however Forum Senior Day takes this weekend, when you're walking out onto that field and presumably, you know, having your name called, what are the things that are going to be going through your head? Can you imagine at this point?
Nah, just right now, I wish my parents could walk out there with me. You know, that would be the best thing for me. But I feel like I don't know how I'm gonna feel per se, but I feel like once I'm out there, walking across that field, them calling my name, I might just have a quick flashback of everything I've been throughout college.
Are you a guy who tears up, or is that not in your?
Nah, I ain't gonna tear up. I know my mom would, but I ain't gonna tear up. Yeah, Jeremy would too.
Let's go over to CL Brown.
Tomon, what do you feel like? What are some of the things that you feel like you missed out on because, in terms of being a senior in college, because of this pandemic? What's like the main things that you really wish you could have done, but you know, because it is what it is, you didn't have a chance to?
I mean, to me, like, I just like to stay to myself and be with my friends, you know, type thing. So with the pandemic, I can't really change that. Well, the biggest thing that changed was just not being on campus, you know, not being able to see all the students out there, not being able to see some of my favorite professors, you know, every day just walking across the quad and things like that. But other than that, I just been able to still do the same things.
Thank you.
Okay, Ross Martin, go ahead.
Hey, Tomon, kind of a unique situation where your brother's going to be on the team for, I guess, the next 1 or 2 years. So you're going to stay close to the program, I imagine. And with that being said, like, how have you seen the program change kind of broadly from when you arrived to where it is now to where you think it's kind of heading in terms of just kind of program building and the culture?
Oh, yeah, I think what I see from them to now is definitely more of a player-led team, I would say. You know, even like the young guys are having some leadership roles. There's different like levels to it now. Before it was much like the coaches would say something, we do it, versus it just being like just the older guys making all the calls, this and the third. My bad. But yeah, I think definitely the younger guys have a huge leadership role now compared to what it was before. And that's like saying like with my brother and anybody else that's coming in or somebody's going to come in.
What do you hope for your brother in the next 2 or 3 years or 1 or 2 years?
just do better than what I did. You know, like he has the potential to be way better than me. I know it. He's the youngest, but not the smallest. He's actually the biggest. But he's the youngest brother, but he has the highest potential out of all of the brothers. So just keep doing his thing. I know he'll go far.
Cool. Thanks.
No problem.
Okay, last one for Tomon comes from Gregory Hall.
Tomon, what would you go back and tell your younger self as you get ready to set foot on UNC's campus and play 4 years of college football?
I'll tell myself just go out there and just be yourself. You know, don't be scared to mess up, and don't be too nervous. I think that's what I was. My freshman year, I just didn't want to make a mistake. I didn't want to get yelled at by the coaches and things like that. So I played a little timidly this and the third. So just go out there and ball. You know, it's the same thing. Football is football no matter where you go. It's just different people. So just go do your thing.
And then with your with being yourself, we obviously have learned about your tattoo artistry and things like that. When you look back on your just UNC legacy outside of football, what can you take away? And was it something that you thought was it what you thought your 4 years would be like, or were there surprises and just kind of all encompassing outside of football? What was that like?
I think it was a little surprising because, you know, like you said, I do a little bit of art on the side, just like tattoos and whatnot. I think I might would have lost that throughout college. I would have been like so focused on football that, you know, I just forgot about this kind of thing. But, you know, a lot of my teammates asked me for it and they brought it back out of me. So that surprised me that I was still able to do it. And I'm happy with myself. Keep doing it.
And then one word to describe your 4 years. What would that word be?
Just fun. I said it's just fun. I love being here. You know, love being on
Good. That's what it's supposed to be. Good job.
Tomon, thank you so much. We appreciate your time.
All right, thank you.